If I was still working as the sports editor for the Woodstock Carleton County region or the sports editor for the North Shore region, my headline would read as this: The Schilt has hit the fan. In one of the most bizarre moments in the history of the great St. Louis Cardinals franchise, their longtime manager was fired today, Mike Schilt, due to what was called philosophical differences. Now, just in recent days, the Dodgers knocked off the Cardinals 3-1, a walk-off home run in the National League wild card game. Now, we all know the Cardinals had a great second half of the season, winning 17 straight games at one time to get into the postseason. Now, according to the great writer for St. Louis Today, Derek Gould, check out his work. We're going to quote from him extensively. He wrote, in a stunning move less than a week after he guided the team to the postseason for the third straight year, the Cardinals have fired manager Mike Schilt. John Mozeliak, president of baseball operations, said the move was made due to philosophical differences. Not sure if he was a Mormon and the Cardinals are now Buddhists, so can't be religious. Mozeliak added that it was a baseball decision related to the direction he and ownership intended to guide the major league team and not anything beyond the ballpark. It just made sense for us to cut ties now, he said. After a successful 2021 season, and it just ended over a week ago, we have determined that we have a philosophical difference in the direction that our major league club is going. We feel at this time that it is best for us to end our partnership with Mike. Now, Schilt was notified of the decision on Thursday. At the same time, others with the organization were commenting on the likely return of the staff. The move allegedly shocked multiple people in the organization. Now, Mozeliak also used that same word to describe Schilt's reaction. I'd be saying, what else do I have to do here? Now, Schilt had 1 year remaining on his contract. The team was an outstanding 252 and 199 during his tenure. He was again the 50th Cardinals head coach. Now, while avoiding the details of the difference that led to the decision, Mozeliak complimented the job Schilt did managing the roster provided. I thought the team was managed well, he said. Overall, the roster evolved. We had to make some mid-season changes. The original version of what we broke in spring was not working ideally. Ultimately, given the way we finished how we played this year, this is not a reflection simply on wins and losses. It's not simply a question of were you happy with how the game was managed. It really was at more of a higher level where we saw the team going and where we wanted it to go. Now, Mozeliak said that they would begin a search for his replacement in the near future, and he acknowledged that the current staff has at least a couple of candidates. Now, get this. The Canadian Team Canada star, the utility infielder, the great Stubby Clapp, Canada's pride, has been interviewed before for a manager position. Now, bench coach Oliver Marmol has been championed as a candidate for manager at some point by his peers in the Cardinals dugout. You want to make sure that everyone is on the same page, Chairman Bill DeWitt of the Cardinals said. Schilt declined comment at press time for the St. Louis Today. Now, the timing of the announcement indicates how stunning it is. It is unusual for a National League team to make such a decision and announcement on the same day as an elimination playoff game. And we all know that the Dodgers and Giants are playing tonight in the deciding Game 5 in San Francisco for the last spot in the NLCS. Now, the Cardinals did seek permission from Major League Baseball to hold a press conference and make the announcement, and officials with the team described how whatever issues led to decisions became amplified since this past weekend. Now, during the press conference following the announcement, Mozeliak reiterated what he expressed to the Post-Dispatch a week ago, that he hoped the coaching staff would return. The Cardinals have been conversations over the past several weeks with coaches who did not yet have contracts for 2022. Mozeliak also on Thursday affirmed the team's commitment to hitting coach Jeff Albert. Now, Albert has a contract through 2022. Now, Schilt took over the team in the middle of the 2018 season, right before the All-Star break, which was kind of a bad move in my opinion. In each of his 3 full seasons as manager, the team qualified for the postseason. This year, the Cardinals needed a 17-game winning streak to win the NL's second wildcard berth. The winning streak, again, was the longest in club history. Now, the Cardinals lost 3-1 to the Dodgers in that wild card game, or WCG, on a walk-off home run a week ago at Dodger Stadium against the World Series champions. Now, Mozeliak said, we did not make the decision lightly. We needed to go into a different direction. Now, as a Canadian sports reporter, I can tell you there's a lot of Cardinals fans out there in Canada, not comparable to the fans of the Red Sox or the Yankees or even the Mariners. But what I find kind of bizarre here in many ways, the Dodgers and the Giants were so strong this year, no matter how good the Cardinals would be, just like the Blue Jays in the AL East. I give an example. The Cardinals weren't going to knock off the Dodgers or the Giants this year. So they were the third best team technically, and they did well to get that winning streak. But any fool can tell you it's either Dodgers or Giants this year. The Braves are okay, but it's not. They're not the quality of the Yastrzemski Giants and the what they call the Boston Red Sox of the National League, the LA Dodgers. Now the Blue Jays didn't make the postseason. Was Charlie Montoya fired? No. The Tampa Bay lost to Boston. The Yankees got beaten by Boston. Toronto was the fourth best team. Does that mean you're going to fire Charlie Montoya because he only has 90-some wins? I mean, what happened to the old baseball adage, if you finish under 500, you're going to get fired? I mean, this was a ISOM coach. He seemed to be doing a good job. Unless, one of three things: money, politics, or something is going on that we don't know of. Not sounding like a John Gruden, but if anybody in St. Louis has their theories of why he was fired, I want you to let our listeners know, because as a Canadian sports reporter, this goes all against why coaches are fired. Usually they're fired for not winning. They're not fired because their goal, they were the third best team in the National League, and that's where they finished. Go figure. Because, they're better than Milwaukee, technically, because of the second half, and we're better than the Braves. So, anyway, so away it goes. So, in all honesty, I'd like to see Stubby Clapp be a Major League manager, because Stubby's a legend in Canada, and, he's done a lot for the Team Canada program. We love the Stubby, but we're not going to praise or put Stubby in the place of someone who's doing an okay job. Like I said, 7 out of 10 gets you fired, or 7.5. I'll never understand, like Dusty Baker saying he didn't know who Ryan Tepera was. An idiot like that's going to understand the derision. But this guy getting derision from his own people, unless the long knives are out long before the playoffs. And you couldn't fire him during a 17-game win streak, could they? Anyway, give us a like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good one. Bye.